Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So today I am super excited for this video. I woke up this morning and it was so sunny and so nice out, and I was like, I want to play with makeup so bad. My skin has been looking so good lately, so I have just been wanting to slap makeup on it and probably ruin it, but it's okay because I am having fun. So today's video, I am going to do a full face of makeup using products under $5. I hit up my, $5 and under. So I hit up my local Dollar General. I love that place. If you guys don't know what Dollar General is, it's kind of like it's not a dollar store, but everything in there is fairly cheap. Like anywhere from $1 to, like, I don't know, I think the most expensive I've ever seen something is like $50, and that was for something like big. So all their stuff's pretty cheap. So I went and I raided their makeup section and I was like, wow, they have some good looking stuff, but does it work? So I picked up a bunch of products and I am so excited to share them with you guys today and see if they work. I've never used any of these products before, so it's going to be both of our first times seeing if they work. And as I'm looking, I'm kind of realizing that I forgot some things. So I'm going to stay as true to this as I can and try not to use any of my other products that I have here. So let's get started. Okay, so the first couple of things I have is the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation. This is what the bottle looks like. It is medium to full coverage. My shade is neutral tan, I hope. I can't test this in the store, so I kind of just did the little hand foundation side by side and did my best. So I hope this is my shade. We're going to try our best. So it doesn't have a really strong smell just from like smelling it from the bottle. I do like the pump. It has like one of these and the cap just kind of slides on and off. So I do really like that. It's a really nice packaging. This foundation retailed for $5. So if you have a Dollar General around you and this foundation ends up working, you can head on down and get it for $5. Another thing that I picked up was this Beauty Accents Foundation Brush. This is what it looks like. It says, Beauty Accents foundation brushes are handcrafted of synthetic hair fibers and finished with beautifully polished wooden handles. Always remember, less is more to avoid a caked look. So this brush retailed for $1. So I'm very, very interested to see how this works. So feeling the foundation brush, it is very, very soft, but it is very tiny. Like, this is not giving me very much. Like, I'm gonna have to do a lot of blending with this small of a brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump some of this foundation on this brush. And I'm not gonna pump a whole lot just because I don't know really how it works or if it even matches my skin. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this to my face. Oh, I think the shade is not that bad, honestly. Woo! It is definitely full coverage. I already hate this brush. This brush is really not good, you guys. So first and foremost, I want to say about this brush is that it's very flimsy. Like, you can tell how fake this brush is because it's very, very flimsy. The bristles are already starting to separate. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but like on the tip here, I've only used it to literally blend like my one cheek out, and the bristles are already kind of starting to separate. So that's an issue because I barely used it, but it was $1, so I do have to remember this. My thoughts on the foundation is that it really doesn't look good when you first put it on. It kind of looks like really like it's gonna be like cakey or creasy. But once you kind of get it blended out, it starts to look way, way better. And I actually did get my correct shade of foundation, which is really, really good for me. Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not. It's really a hit or miss kind of situation. Sorry if you guys see a little bit of glitter on my face. I did a look last night that will be up on my Instagram today. And it just had a little bit of glitter on the inner corner, but that stuff got everywhere. It was the tiniest bit. Okay, so far I've taken 3 like pumps about this size of this foundation, and I'm kind of just applying it in sections. I think with this foundation you have to apply it in sections. Maybe not if you used a beauty blender or a different brush, because like I said, this was not good. But it seems to be working good, best blending when I am just like doing it, sectioning it off, and doing my face section by section. Okay, you guys, so the foundation is officially blended out. It took me a long time with this brush. This is what the brush looks like now that I have used it and blended it. It's kind of like wet from the foundation. I don't know. This is not, this Beauty Accents brush, not recommended. I feel like you could even probably get like a $2 brush from like e.l.f. for better than this, or like a $5 brush for e.l.f. for better than this one. So I don't like this brush, but this foundation is really impressing me. For $5, it's making my skin look very smooth, very blended out, very pretty. It didn't really say if it was a matte foundation. It said skin finish foundation. I think it's a matte foundation. So if you have oily skin, this would be really good for you. If you have dry skin, it could work for you. But if your skin is too dry, then I just feel like it probably wouldn't work for you. Okay, so the next thing I have is this LA Colors Shape It Up Sculpt and Contour Kit. So I couldn't find a bronzer and a concealer and a powder. I had a shimmery bronzer, which I don't do shimmery bronzers ever because it's just too glowy for me. And then they had no concealer, and they did not have a shade that would work for me for powder. They just had really like light shades, which not gonna work. So I picked up this, and we are going to try our best and use this. This retailed for $3, so I'm very excited to see if this is going to work. And this is what it looks like on the inside. You get 4 pan shades. It doesn't really give you like, it doesn't really tell you, it tells you how to use these, but it doesn't tell you like what they're for. So that's why I'm like trying to read it, but I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So I'm just gonna dive in and do what I know and try it out. I also have another Beauty Accents Total Face Brush. This brush was also $1. You're supposed to be able to use this on your entire face. It says Total Face Brush. So let's hope that this one is a little bit better than the foundation brush. Okay, so this is what the Total Face Brush looks like. On feeling it is also very soft. It's very fluffy. I like it. It's a good shape. But let's see if it will work. So since I am a little bit darker, I'm going to dip into this color right here to do my contour, which looks a little bit gray, but we're gonna go ahead and try it since that was what they had. Ooh, as soon as I dipped this in there, so much powdery fallout came out, like you guys can see on the pan there. Oh, just so much powdery, and it's all over like my vanity. So I already don't like that. Okay, so I have the bronzer on, and I was right about it being like a little bit gray tone, and it's kind of blotchy, so I'm not a fan because while this shade would probably work on some people, a lot of people wouldn't want this like blue-gray tone that it is making. And as I'm like looking at it in the mirror right here, a little bit closer up than in the monitor, it looks really blotchy. And I keep blending, but it still stays pretty blotchy. So I'm not a fan of this bronzer in this kit. The brush, on the other hand, isn't bad. Like for $1, she did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I am going to go ahead and take this shade right here, and since I don't have a concealer, I'm just going to kind of pat that under my eyes to kind of like have that as powder / concealer. Another thing about this contour palette is that it's super, super powdery, so you basically are wasting like half the product onto your vanity and the black part of the product. I mean, mind you, I'm not being like super, super careful, but also I'm usually not, and this still doesn't happen. Like with my Kylie bronzer, I'm like going in there, like trying to hurry sometimes. So, and I barely have any fallout on that one. So compared to that one, this one is bad. But for $3, I'm trying to say can I complain, because like I can. Because it's not something that I would pick up and be like right now and be like, oh, I need this in my collection. But for a beginner of makeup who's like trying to get started, I think that it would be a good pickup if the shade's right for you. Mind you, you should probably get a different bronzer because that shade's not right. Like this lighter shade that I'm using for like the powdery contour area, actually really pretty. Like, I like it a lot. It's lightening up the face. I've had to dig in quite a bit to the pan, like 10 times. But it did what I wanted it to do. It has lightened up under my eyes, and I'm going to kind of let that sit there. And I'm also going to put some in between my brows. So I'm just kind of going to let that sit there as I do the rest of my makeup routine. So I just looked up in my close-up mirror here, and I noticed that this light shade in this palette, if I can get it open, this one that I used to put underneath my eyes has kind of like a shimmer to it, which, not what I wanted, but maybe it will end up looking pretty. I've never tried anything like that before, but if you don't want something with a shimmer in it, I'm going to let you know right now that this has a shimmer in it. I don't know if you guys can really see, but it does have a slight shimmer in it when I like look close up, which means in photos with flashback, it will probably also have that shimmer there. Okay, so the next thing that I bought is the Day to Night LA Colors palette. This little palette right here retailed for $1.50, which really isn't that bad. The shades are pretty in it. Pinky, neutral tones. We have some darker tones over here. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to try this out. And this is one thing that I forgot is a eye brush. So it comes with, you know, these little bad boys. I know most of you probably remember these. They used to come in like every palette. Comes with one of these. I know this thing does not work. So I am going to pull out a different drugstore brushes that I already have in here. Like, I'm going to use this e.l.f. one. I'm pretty sure this e.l.f. brush retailed for like $3 when I got it. I was super excited. Honestly, I'm just going to stick with the e.l.f. brush for now. I might not even need another one because you guys know I put my shimmers on with my finger. Or I might try to put the shimmers on with this thing. We'll see. Okay, y'all, so there are no shade names in this palette, but I'm going to take this pink shade, this matte pink right here, for my inner crease. Also, don't mind my nails. I broke a couple of them. They need to go, and I need to redo them. By the way, leave it in the comments. I do my own nails. Leave it in the comments if that's something you guys would be interested in me filming, because I would love to do that for you guys. So I dipped into this pretty hard, and then I tapped it off and literally lost like all the product on there. So I'm going to go ahead and dip a little bit in, but this eyeshadow is really, really powdery, so I'm not trying to get a bunch of fallout on my face already. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this right in the crease. Okay, so I put that first swipe there, and there's nothing there. So we're going to dip back in to this shade a little bit harder this time and go ahead and go right in there. Pretty good. This also is not my normal blending brush, so I'm just not sure how this is going to work out. This is going to be interesting. So as I'm blending, I'm noticing that it's really sticking like into my crease. Like I'm having a hard time kind of blending it out. You can kind of see it's kind of like creating a wrinkle in my crease, which I don't love, but it is starting to show up. I've dipped into the pan about 5 times at this point, and it's taking me quite a bit of blending. So I'm going to leave that eye for now, and I'm going to move on to this eye and start applying over here. Now that the shadow's warmed up a little bit, I've noticed that it's going on a lot better.
Abigail, pretty girl, big and bad.
Okay, so I have that shade applied to my eyes. It is very light pink. I don't even know if you guys can see it on camera. I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer. Okay, so it is very subtle, very light pink shade. I feel like this might show up on somebody a lot better with lighter skin than me, but it's very pretty for just like a simple light look. I don't like the way that this matte shade blends out. It kind of creates a wrinkle, like I said before, in my crease, and I feel like no matter how much product I tend to add, it just kind of doesn't build up. So I'm not a huge fan of the matte shade, that matte shade at least, in this pan. So I am going to go ahead and I think I'm going to take this shade right here. It's like a pinky shimmery shade, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that to my lid. And I'm going to use my finger because we know that shimmers go on better with fingers. So I dipped into it, and this is what it looks like. It is very, very shimmery, very pretty. So I hope it looks like this on the lid.
Pretty girl, curly hair, she wavy. Pretty girl, everywhere.
Okay, so I have the shimmer applied, and that is actually really pretty. It's a more subtle shimmer, but it's really, really pretty once you get it on the lid. There's a blue in here that I want to swatch. I feel like it might be really pretty. Ooh, that is really pretty. And you do have to build them up, but I mean, the palette was $1.50. And for $1.50, I think that the shimmers are really worth it, but the mattes are not. Like, here is the blue in the palette, and that is so pretty. Like, I would reach in here and grab this for that blue and that pink, like if I ever needed shades like that. They're really, really pretty, and I like them. They're creamy, except for the fact that you have to build them up, but like I said, $1.50. The shimmers are good. Okay, the next thing I picked up was this LA Colors Browy Wowie brow pencil in the shade Dark. It is an automatic brow pencil and spoolie. This is what it looks like inside of the package. This retailed for $2, so we're gonna open this up and see how she works. This is also brown, so I don't really know. They didn't have black, they just had dark, and this looked brown to me. So my brows are black, so hopefully it works out. So it has like the brow product on one end and a brow brush on the other. The brow brush is nice. The caps on this are nice. And this even has like a chiseled end to it, so it's like slanted. So I really like that. That's cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this and let you guys know how it works.
I see pretty girls.
And honestly, guys, I don't really do much to my brows. I just kind of fill them in and then brush them out because my brows are pretty much there on their own, which is really nice for me. But I do like to make them look more defined and just like filled in the spots where they're not. So my brows don't take me quite as long as some other people's just because I don't do a whole lot to them. So thoughts on this eyebrow pencil was that it's very waxy. I feel like I'm like pressing so hard to like get anything out of it. So I like the brow brush at the bottom here, but I don't really like the product that's in here. I like that it's like chiseled. That's really nice. But the fact that I have to like really push because it's so waxy to get on is kind of annoying. But for $2 starters, I mean, pick one up and try it and see if you like it. Everyone's different with brow products, so you never really know. So the next thing I picked up was this Wet n Wild Baby's Got Black eyeliner pencil. I have not used an eyeliner pencil in so long, so this is going to be interesting. I don't like these things because they tend to scratch like your eye. I feel like maybe I'm pushing too hard. I don't know. They just tend to not work that well. But it really took me back when I saw these to like when I first started makeup, so I wanted to get it and try it. This retailed for $1. So I'm interested. Oh, the cap came off right out the package. I am interested to see how this works and if I can even use this. So I'm gonna go ahead and try.
Pretty girl, all across the world. I see pretty girls, pretty girl. Everywhere I go, I see pretty girls.
Okay, you guys, so I got the eyeliner on and like it worked and everything, but it was not easy. I just have like the tiniest little wings here because you cannot get like a super sharp edge with like a pencil like this. It's so hard, but like it's dark black, like it looks good on the eye. If you were just gonna pick this up to just do like a straight across and not winged look, it's not bad for $1. Okay, and for my last item, I picked up the Wet n Wild Mega Volume Mascara in black. This mascara retailed for $3. There was a million mascaras to choose from, and I honestly chose this one because it was pink. I didn't really know any of, like, I don't really use Wet n Wild mascara or LA Colors mascara, and that was pretty much what they had. They had a whole bunch of them, so I picked up this one because I like the look of it. So we're gonna give it a try and see if it works. So this is what the applicator looks like. It kind of reminds me of Better Than Sex mascara applicator. So let's see if we maybe got a dupe here. Feels like there's no product in here though. I don't know.
All across the world, I see pretty girls. Everywhere I go.
Okay, you guys, I have the mascara applied, and my thoughts is that it's nice, but as I kept applying it, it just wasn't giving me the volume that I wanted. It is black. It did make my eyelashes darker, longer. For $3, I'm not complaining. Like, if you forget your mascara and you need to go pick one up for cheap, I would recommend this one. It's not horrible, but it doesn't give you that Better Than Sex volume. It doesn't give you that volume of the Ulta Strength and Conditioning mascara that I use. It just doesn't give me that sort of volume and color. So this was my last product of this video, so let's go through and review. So we had the Believe Beauty foundation, and this is actually a Dollar General line foundation. So if you guys have a Dollar General near you, they have a whole line of their own. It's all fairly cheap. I literally sat for like an hour looking at it all because I was like, wow, they have so many products. Jeffree Star reviewed this line also, but I'm a yes to this foundation. $5, it's awesome. We had the Contour LA Colors Shape It Up kit. It's okay. It's not great. The bronzer was a little bit gray. The shade that I used for under my eyes was shimmery, which isn't a big deal unless you're going to be taking pictures. Then you're going to be getting a lot of flashback. The Day to Night LA Colors palette, I did not like the mattes, but I like the shimmers. For $1.50, I would buy this for just the shimmers. It's worth it. The brushes from Beauty Accent, these were both $1 each. I did not like the foundation brush. If you needed a quick fix for a total face brush, this one would work. It was $1, it's worth it. The Wet n Wild eyeliner, like I said, this would be good for just like a straight line across eyeliner. Tati does that a lot, and she looks really good when she does it. I always do winged eyeliner if I'm doing eyeliner, so I would not buy this, but for $1, if you need a quick fix, this would work. And that is all the products that I have to talk about today, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun testing out some new products. I got this all for $23, so that was pretty good, and it actually wasn't. I bought some face like strips, so that was also factored into the cost, so it was under a $20 purchase for all of this stuff, and some of it worked, some of it didn't, but I had fun trying it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more content, go ahead to follow me on Instagram. I will link it right here. I make beauty videos every week at 10 a.m. so stay tuned for more. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like button, and ring the bell so you can come hang out with me more often. I love doing makeup. It's so much fun, and I love when you guys tune in and hang out with me. So I will see you guys next week. Bye!